Recently, I made the decision that for now, I don't want to go back in the system. I think it's broken. I always believed that as fragile as our democracy is, our systems would be strong enough to defend our most fundamental principles. And I think right now that they're not as strong as they need to be.
Former VP Kamala Harris announcing she won't be running for the governor's job in the state of California, claiming the system is broken. For more on this, we want to welcome Republican California gubernatorial candidate Steve Hilton. She says the system's broken. Well, that's one way to say, I don't think I have the fundraising, I don't think I have the popularity to run. Or am I overstating the obvious?
You're exactly right. And I'll tell you something. California's system is broken. And guess who broke it? Kamala Harris and her party, with their elitism and corruption, the unions and the climate policies that have made this state completely unaffordable. They're the ones that broke California. That's why people here want change. And the change they're looking for is not Kamala Harris. And that it was very obvious. So I'm not at all surprised she decided not to run for governor. I am running for governor because we're going to change the system in California and restore the California dream.
Well, and part of restoring the dream, frankly, as a former Californian, is making sure that people can keep more of their money and making sure that the money that they do give the state actually goes where it's supposed to go. Let me tell you this. We also need, as a former Californian, better leadership. Certainly, yes. People have said that about Gavin Newsom, who, by the way, is now suggesting, Steve, that he's going to operate in opposition to the state's constitution and try to gerrymander some more congressional districts there for the Democrats. And let me share this bit of sound. This is Tom McClintock, a Republican. He says he can't do that despite what Texas is trying to do, which there would be lawful. Listen to this.
The difference, though, having said all of that, is that the Texas Constitution allows it. The California Constitution forbids it. And Newsom simply wants to stack the deck even more by ignoring the California Constitution and putting that power back into the legislature to further reduce Republican representation in the state. That's despotic.
That's despotic is certainly one way to put it. I think a lot of other people say it's completely unlawful. Your thoughts?
It is illegal. It is unconstitutional. My friend Tom McClintock, who endorsed me for governor, is exactly right there. But here's what's going on. Everyone across the country needs to understand this. Gavin Newsom is planning to steal 5 Republican House seats next year by holding a special election this year to overturn the California Constitution and illegally grab power and make this state even more gerrymandered in Democrats' favor. Right now, Republicans have 40% of the vote in California, only 17% of the House seats. Gavin Newsom wants another 5. That will give us, for 40% of the vote, only 7% of the House seats in California, because Gavin Newsom wants to show that he is the guy fighting President Trump, winning the House majority for Democrats so they can impeach President Trump. I'm not going to let that happen. So what I will be announcing next week is a plan to stop Gavin Newsom stealing these seats and being able to impeach President Trump by filing legal actions on all the different arguments that we have. And you'll see that from me very clearly next week. We cannot allow Gavin Newsom to get away with it. And by the way, when I'm governor, I will restore the integrity of our system in California so we have fair representation. That would give us an additional 12 Republican House seats in California. That is what fair representation would look like.
The great Steve Hilton joining us today. I very much appreciate your passion, and clearly you want what's best for the state, and that would seem to be a change at the top. Of course, we'll let the voters all decide that. Steve, thank you so much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.